Hi, my name is Eliza. Thanks for joining me for how to do the purl stitch. Now we're working with already having done the knit stitch on this whole row. We learned that in the last tutorial. Now we're going to turn the stitches around, and this is what the back side of the knit stitch looks like. You can see there are lots of loops and bumps. Now the purl stitch looks just like this because the purl stitch is the reverse of the knit stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the needle with all the stitches on it in our left hand. With our right hand we're going to hold the yarn, but we're going to hold it in the front of the work rather than behind like we do with knitting. And we're going to dive that needle down through the stitch from right to left, catching the front of the stitch. And then we're going to take that yarn and wrap it up and around, and we're going to go in a counterclockwise direction around the needle, and we're going to slip this back through that first stitch, catching that yarn and pulling it back with us, and then we're going to slide that stitch off the left needle so we have a new stitch on the right needle. We're going to do that again. We're going to dive from right to left down through the stitch. We're going to take our working yarn and wrap it counterclockwise around the needle, and we're going to take that right needle and catch that working yarn and pull it back up through the stitch. So you can see the working yarn is already wrapped around the right needle right here. And we're going to slide that original stitch off the left needle, and that original stitch is going to form a loop right there. We're going to do it again. We're going to dive down through, take the working yarn, wrap it around, pull that back through so you're catching the working yarn and pulling it with you, and we're going to slide that last stitch off so you have 3 less on your left needle but 3 on your right needle. I'm going to do it a couple more times. I'm going to dive down through, wrap around, pull it back and catch that working yarn and slide it off your left needle. Now if you want to take a look at the opposite side of the work, you can see that you have those nice little V stitches, which is what the front side of the knit stitch looks like. So you have your row of knitting stitches and your row of purl stitches that both look alike. You knit on the front side and you purl on the back side, and that gives you what's called the stockinette stitch. So you're going to continue purling through your whole row, or for whatever your pattern requires, and then you're going to turn, you're going to knit the next row, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much for joining me for this tutorial on how to do the purl stitch. Hope you'll join me for some others. Have a great day, and bye.